Good morning, good morning. Hi, my name is Perfecto Rincon. I am the founder of New Beginnings LLZNA on Facebook. We are a page that is learning how to defeat these worldly ways of the world. I got a lot of experience in drug addiction. I got a lot of experience in just having a terrible life, my friends. And today I want to come and share with you my journey on how we learn to overcome the loss of my son, my mom, family members, a 23-year addiction. I was a 23-year addict, 11 years in prison. My friends, we can do this. So I come today to ask you to be a part of this journey. This is the reason why this journey has began, okay? I'm going to show you how much people I have lost in my lifetime. So, good morning, good morning. As I said, we come from New Beginnings, LLZ and a Facebook page. We've been a Facebook page for 2 years now, and we're defeating people. We're defeating this world, I'm telling you. This right here is my son, Zachary. In the middle, that's my mom and my son on the top left corner. I lost them both. I lost my son to fentanyl overdose. There's a lot of people that are in our lives. Chris Salazar, there's Esteban, there's Zachary Montanez, Julio, my mom, Zachary, Desiree. We got so many family and friends, my friends, that we have lost. So this is the reason why we created this page, to defeat the things that are going on in our minds, my friends, so that we do not turn to substance abuse. Do not turn to substance abuse. So I hope you guys follow this page, subscribe, look at this, because every day, my friends, we will be posting videos on how to defeat the world, okay? These are things that we have learned. I am, like I said, a 23-year addict. I am now 8 years clean. I have overcame a lot in my life. Please excuse all the pictures and stuff in the background. This is the workroom. But here we go, my friends. My book that I have written, this is the book that we follow here, the Bible. We run after this book. We chase it. We live by it. We read it. We talk about it. I'm not the 100% person on the Bible. I'm a sinner just like the rest of you. I am a Christian. I love my life. I love myself. For a long time in my life, I didn't, my friends. I didn't love who I was. I couldn't figure out how to get out from underneath this cloud. I gave my life to God, is what happened to me, my friends. I gave my life to God, and in the giving of God, I understood that, it was going to be hard. For a long time there, my friends, all my life was drugs. Drugs, gangs, friends, people that were no good to me, people that were no good in my life. That's what it was all about. Today, this is the only person we love. We love God, 1000%, Jesus Christ. Here we go. My book I wrote my book, my friend. It's still not published yet. Okay, it's still not published. It's in the workings, but I will read you a couple poems. This book right here, I want to introduce my book. It's called Learn to Live in the World. Do Not Let the World Live in You. Written by Perfecto Rincon. That's me. Here we go. Okay. So I wrote this book with the inspiration that I needed some way out, my friends. I needed a way out. I couldn't do this by myself. I couldn't. I kept trying and trying and trying, and all I kept doing was turning to drugs, turning to the world, turning to the, family and friends that did not care. Well, I mean, cared, but I needed a way out, my friends. And until I figured this out, I figured it out, my friends. The way out is God, of course. We know this. But also the way out was that I had to start to tell my heart to beat again. We just talked about this on the page. For all you listening, our page is called New Beginnings LLZNA. It's a Facebook page, and you're more than welcome to come out there and look at our videos, look at the things that we talk about. And I'm telling you, my friends, we have helped many, many people besides helping myself over the last 2 years. I lost my son, Zachary, October 23rd, 2021. I found him, my friends. He was fighting a fentanyl overdose. He was fighting a fentanyl usage that was turned on to him by a family member. And we're going to go through a lot of stuff in this page, my friends. So I want you guys to pay attention. I lost my son. I found him. I went to his apartment, found him deceased, and it was a heartbreaking moment for me, my friends, And this was after I had already been sober for a while. So, going back to drugs was one of my options. It threw itself at me right away. Your son's gone, this, and that. I had to understand, my friends, that's not the option I want. That's not what I wanted to live. That's not how I wanted to live my life, by running back to the world. No, the world's what took my son away from me, the decisions he made in his mind. But let me tell you something, my friends. My son died of a fentanyl overdose, but that's not the battle he lost. We're going to be talking about this kind of stuff in this page. That's not the battle he lost. He lost the battle that was going on right here, my friends, that caused him to want to go do drugs. This is what we'll be attacking. This is what we'll be attacking on this page. We don't care about drugs and alcohol. We don't. That's the least things that worries me. What worries me is what's leading up to it. So here we go, okay? The page is called New Beginnings, LLZNA, in honor of Zachary and my nephew, Adrian Rincon. Zachary Rincon and Adrian Rincon, we lost them both to a fentanyl crisis within 6 months of each other, my friends. Me and my brother Adrian lost both of our sons within 6 months. So it's been hard on my family. It's been rough on my family. But my friends, we're still standing here. So I would love for you to be on this journey with us, okay? Here we go. Learn to live in the world. Do not let the world live in you. This is my book that I had written. I'm going to read you the introduction of it. This is my table of contents. I got 50 poems and 50 stories we'll be sharing here on this page. 50 poems and 50 stories that we'll be sharing here on this page. I don't know if you guys can read them or not. This is my... It's been a lot of time. 2 years writing this book, my friends. My introduction goes as is. You have not opened a book. I hope will give you a different perspective on life. Everything and every way we have been taught, I would like to challenge it with poetry and a short story. Take a deep breath, clear your mind, get ready. Hopefully by the end of this book, you will know yourself a little better. Through poetry and finding the Lord, I have learned to defeat a 23-year addiction. Loss of my son, mom, family, and friends. After 50 years of realizing my mind is the best gift from God, I created this book with many ideal solutions and poems to defeat these words and ways of the world. I found the courage to challenge these words and ways when I lost my son, Zachary Rincon. In 2021, I was broken and lost and needed a way out. And so many thoughts had me on my knees, where I prayed and found the strength to write a poem to my son in heaven. This is how it all started, my friends, by writing this poem to my son in heaven. 2 years later, I want to share my journey on how the Lord and poetry turned my hurt into healing, and it gave me the ability to help others. Also included are a few poems from a friend I call a brother, Lawrence Rivera. He lives down in Villanueva, New Mexico. You ready? Let's walk this journey together. That's my introduction. Here's my author story. I was raised in a broken home with 2 brothers and a mom that did her best she could. We learned to survive at a young age. I was taught by a generation that carried a generational curse that the world was my enemy. Boy, was I taught wrong. I didn't know how to love, care, just survive. I was moved around a lot that broke me down. Finally, in 1990, I met my wife. Now, she showed me love and how to care about people. Then it was all ripped away again, and I was moving back to Colorado. I came home and caught a 23-year addiction. In that time, I did 11 years in prison and had 2 children that also found addictions. My heart was broken. I felt I caused all this. My daughter Ashton overcame her addiction years later after we lost Zachary. I lost my son Zachary at the age of 22, October 21st, 2023. I was lost and was broken. With so many questions, crying and hurting was not a solution I wanted to live with, my friends. It wasn't a solution I wanted to live with. I began a Facebook page, New Beginnings, LLZNA, in honor of him and my nephew Adrian. And over the last 2 years, we have found many ways to deal with loss, addiction, depression. With the Lord and poetry, I found the love to share this journey. I would love to share this journey in hopes it could help others. So my friends, this is what this page is going to be about. Fighting addiction, fighting our mind, fighting our heart. This is what we're working on. This is my story to my son in heaven. Then I'll read you the poem. Then we'll call it a good video. Okay? I wrote this poem during a difficult time in my life. I had lost my mom and other family members and friends. I was still lost grieving them, not expecting what was to come. I lost my son and I was lost. I needed to talk to him so badly I didn't know how. I remember searching my dreams, always looking for him, waking up each day sad. sad, but knowing that I have to get on with my day. So I started to write him a letter that turned into a poem and started this journey of healing. For some reason, as I wrote words and sentences, I can hear him talking to me. I could hear him talking to me, and as I would do these live videos on Facebook, seemed he was always part in my mind. Then there's the part I needed the most. I wanted to tell him I was sorry for every way I ever treated him. Finding a way to release what I was holding inside, the shame, the guilt, the anger, the frustration, depression, confusion, was my priority, and it was because of the way I felt my son's life ending. Blaming and pointing fingers for a decision my son made wasn't working. So what it came down to, I was broken and lost and needed assurance he was okay. I remember crying at the table while writing this poem, my friends, and I felt a hand on my shoulder. Thinking I had woken my wife, I looked back to no one standing there. I stood up so fast, my friends, I got dizzy. And when I got dizzy, my friends, all I remember was just seeing a big, peaceful white, like white. And then a whole calming came over my. I was crying at the table because I was asking God to give me a calming, to help me get through this, to help me figure out a way to deal with my son's loss, you know. And I felt a hand touch my shoulder, my friends, and I looked back and there was nobody standing there. And I remember I stood up so fast I got dizzy, and I remember all just being all white, you know, it was just all white, and then all of a sudden all my crying and everything just went away, like that. It was powerful. Here's the poem to my son in heaven, okay? This is going to be the first poem that I will read today. We will be doing videos more and more every day. I might come back later on and do another video because I want to get out to the world that a lot of us are suffering and hurting just like you are. We can help you here at New Beginnings LLCNA. We can help you here, I promise you. You find the interest and listen, and please understand, this is my perspective on what the world's doing to us. You know, no, this is my perspective on what we're doing to ourselves. Let me put it that way, that what we're doing to ourselves, the world's not doing us nothing. It's our perspective, the way we're looking at the world, what is damaging or helpful. We're here to learn from the world. To my son in heaven, I want to say thank you for all them precious years. You left me in tears. I'm so proud of you, son, for all that you are. And now you're in heaven, a super bright star. I want to tell you, son, I love you with all of my heart. I promise, son, I'm doing my best. I won't fall apart. Son, I miss you so much. How I wish just for a single touch. I know you are safe and in God's hands, but I want you here with me. This I can't stand. So as I sit here and miss you every day, I love you, is all I can say. So as I sit here, so as you sit in heaven and look down on me, just know it's your strength that has set me free. I love you, I miss you, I really miss our fun. There's so much I wish I could have done. I wish it would be possible to find you. I would walk miles. Then I think I know where you're at, and it makes me smile. As I sit here and wipe these tears from my face, I understand it's God's timing. It's not a race. So son, I want to say I love you and I miss you as I close this poem I wrote. You're one of the best people I got to know in my life. You have my vote. To my son in heaven. That's the poem to my son in heaven. I think I could probably read you one more real quick. There's another one here, okay? It's called Being Okay. I got 50 poems I'm going to read to you guys, but hopefully I can read you one more. This is called Being Okay. This is going to be the example of what we'll be going through every day. Oh, you know what? I might save this so that it can be a different kind of lesson because, you know, let's talk about my son. Let's do that. So before I close, my friends, I just wanted to open up this page, this thing, to shoot out to the world to let you all know that there is people out here suffering just like you. There's people out here that are hurting and trying to find a way. We think we have a good way to defeat the world and its ways. So if you give us a chance here at New Beginnings, my friends, you help us here, you subscribe to us, we'll continue doing videos, we'll continue making things out. Like I said, the only thing that we want to defeat, my friends, is the only thing we want to find out is why do we keep allowing ourselves to defeat ourselves? A lot of people won't understand this, but let me tell you something. To become a Christian, To become the person I am today, I had to have a lot of accountability, my friends. I had to go back to my life and understand that all the things that I have caused, all the things that I have done, nobody done this to me. My whole past 11, 23-year addiction, my friends. I came to Colorado in 1994, and for a lot of years, my friends, I did drugs. For a lot of years, I partied. For a lot of years, I just didn't care about nothing. I had 2 children in the world that I did not care about. Honestly, this is accountability. This is me being honest. You'll never get to be who you really want to be unless you can be honest with yourself. Can you look in the mirror? Can you understand that person in the mirror? Do you believe in that person in the mirror? See, I didn't. For a long time, I didn't, my friends. I had to be taught about that person in the mirror. And what I was taught, my friends, is that that person in the mirror is the only person besides God in this world that has my back 100%. So I need to start becoming best friends with that person in the mirror. I need to start trusting that person in the mirror. I need to start believing in that person in the mirror. I need to encourage that person in the mirror. These are the kind of things that we talk about here, and we will continue to talk about here. I love you all. It's Sunday. God bless you. We're here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I don't know where these videos will be going, but I hope they get across the world. We love you all. We miss you all. Like I said, my friends, learn to live in the world. Do not let the world live in you. It's one of the best things in the world you can do. You may see my truck driving around town somewhere. If you live in the Springs, you live in Colorado. On the back of my truck, it says, learn to live in the world. Do not let the world live in you. I think that's the best advice I can give you as we go forward today. Learn to live in the world. Do not let the world live in you. I love you all. God bless you. Please have a good day. My name is Perfecto. I'm a man of many characters, my friends. I'm a man of many characters, but my character is this. I'll tell you this. I have learned never to stay down. Never stay down, my friends. Get back up. No matter how many times you fall down, always get back up. Because the more time you keep getting back up, the more tired the enemy's going to get, my friends. And they're going to stop. They're going to leave you alone. I'm telling you, I fight battles every day, but that ain't where I stay. I love you all. God bless you. Please have a good day. Learn to live in the world. Do not let the world live in you. Have a good day. God bless you.